Welcome one, welcome all to the Multicultural Misfits podcast. This is your host, Audio AB. At the helm of the table, we have our executive producer and co-host.
You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z shit. It's Jordan.
Monsieur Jordan. Next to him, I have my wonderful co-host.
It's Omar. It's Omar.
So, this past week, I've been spending time, because I don't really, we talked about this last time. We were saying, like, people watch a lot of the same shows, and we were shitting on people who watch all the same shows.
Yeah.
So I was watching one of the same shows, right?
No, I do that.
In traditional fashion.
Okay.
I've seen The Sopranos like fucking 30 times, and I rewatched it, and I finished it. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to look for something new, like a show that I haven't seen before, because, like, watching the same shit you've seen before, it's like a comforting thing. You know what I mean? It's like, I know it's not going to be bad, even though I already know, like, all the moments and the ebbs and flows.
It's definitely a waste of time, though.
Exactly. But, like, watching something new is a risk, because it could be shitty.
Yes.
Right? And it could be a waste of your time.
And
so
now you got to put all your attention out there and, like, actually pay. It's a
exactly.
lot. Yeah. It's a lot.
And then you don't even know, like, what could happen. So you're like, it could end up being just, like, a fucking huge time. Yeah, it could be a dud. It could be a time suck. Something stupid could happen. I started watching this show on HBO, because HBO has the bangers. They usually have pretty fucking good shows in terms of, like, quality and, like, actors and directors and all that shit.
Yeah.
The show is called Mayor of Easttown. It's about this detective.
I want to watch that. That bitch is on my watch list.
Who's...
I was about to spoil it.
Is it just not good? Or is it like...
Okay, no. It's really good
Okay.
up until the end.
That's the worst.
You mind if I spoil it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So the show, it starts off and it's like showing these people in this small town in Pennsylvania, right?
Yeah.
And
Spoilers for everybody.
Spoilers for everybody who's seen it or who's going to watch it or whatever.
I don't know how long to skip, bitch. You just gonna have to suffer.
It's interesting, right? So it's about this detective in a small town. Her name is Mare, and she is basically looking for this girl who disappeared like months ago, and they can't find her.
Mm-hmm.
And then another girl disappears, and they can't find her. And then at the end of the first episode, a girl dies. So they're trying to figure out if they're connected or if they're not connected, right? So they're going through this whole thing. They're investigating all these people. They're like trying to track down all these leads, and like the case is like becoming obsessive to her, and like she's like losing sleep, and like she's fucking like going crazy trying to figure out who killed this girl.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, they find out who took the two girls, who kidnapped the two girls, and they resolve that in like the fourth episode with like a shootout.
Okay.
And those two girls are fine. They find them. They were like abused and shit, but they're fine. They're alive, right?
Okay.
But there's still the case of the one dead girl. So she's like, what the fuck do I do about this? She starts looking into shit. So it turns out the one dead girl that the show leads you to believe that it was killed by she was killed by her uncle who had impregnated her. It was like some incestuous type shit.
For sure, he did, though. He did.
Yeah, because she had a baby and like they did a paternity test with her boyfriend, who's also like her age. She was like 17. So
yeah.
But when she had the baby, she was like 15. So she was underage.
Oh, God.
Right? So they did like a paternity test, and the boyfriend, who's also like 16, 17, he is not the father. So what happens is like they're like trying to find who the father is, and the detective, she finds out that it's her uncle is really the father of her baby, right? So then you're led to believe that the uncle killed her, and then the show's like about to end. It's like on the last episode, and like they're sending the uncle to jail. He's like doing the trial. You're like, okay, this is done. And then there's like a twist at the end. It's one of the worst fucking twists I've ever seen in a fucking show.
The detective did it.
No, that would be fucking crazy.
She killed herself.
She killed it. You know.
She killed them and then killed herself. She kidnapped them.
No, fucking. Apparently, that guy, the uncle, he has a 13-year-old son. The 13-year-old son is the one who killed her because he was like, I don't want like my cousin coming between my mom and my dad and like breaking them up. It was the most stupid fucking like shitty payoff, and I was like,
"What kind of fucking weird motive is that for him to have? To
I
kill
know.
her?
That's a whack motive.
I
Dude.
gotta kill her. She's breaking my parents up.
it's ridiculous.
He impregnated her. What is it?
Who are you, fucking captain of morality? You know what I mean? Let your dad. Actually, never mind.
Also,
Never mind.
no,
She's
not
underage.
underage. Yeah, she's
She's-
underage.
But if she was not underage, like if she was just another woman,
Let him get his nut off.
Yeah, exactly.
No. Hold on. So it is the uncle's kid.
Yeah,
The son knows that's his uncle's kid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, that's his dad's kid.
yeah,
And he
because
kills her because he thinks that they're gonna break their parents' family up.
because the girl keeps threatening to tell the mom.
So the mom doesn't know at all.
The mom, yeah,
But
the
he's
mom
getting
doesn't
sent
know
to
at
jail.
all.
She must know now, right?
I mean, yeah, obviously.
So this is like, what's the point then? The damage is
guess
already
the
done.
kid had did it before.
Way in advance.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
the kid had did it before. The kid had killed her before.
Fuck, that's a dumb motive.
Man, that's fucking
No, I don't like that
stupid.
at
It was
all.
disappointing as fuck.
They
But
should have just left it somehow with the. I don't know, man. They should have
I
maybe
know,
done it the
man.
other way around, where they thought it was maybe his son for whatever reason.
They should have
and it
just
ends up
ended
being-
it.
I don't know.
They should have just ended it right there, like what, making you think that it was the uncle who killed her and that was it. I would have been happy with that. A nice simple ending. Sometimes I don't need a twist.
People love a twist. They always
People
toss
love
a twist
twists.
in at
If
the end.
if it makes sense, I'm fine with it. But if it doesn't, it's like, what's the point? You just ruined the whole shit.
Yeah, listen, don't get me wrong. I love a good twist, but don't throw it in where it's not needed. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And don't always leave an open-ended ending when it's not needed.
Speaking
they
of
do
twists,
that too.
how was old?
Oh, old the M
Yeah.
Night Shyamalan movie.
Shyamalan.
Shyamalan.
To sum it up, that show sounds boo boo. But
that you don't watch
Yeah,
that show.
that
up
sounds
until that
terrible.
point,
I would just stop watching before that point. I would just
Honestly,
cut it
it's
off.
good if you finish on the 6th episode. The show is really good. Like the quality is good. The actors are all good. Like the story is like it keeps like putting so many things. It's like a mystery, like a murder mystery. So you're like wondering like who the fuck like. You suspect all these different people, and the show makes you suspect this person, but then you're like, nah, I can't be them. And then it's like, no, it could be this person.
what could you compare it to? Like True Detective, like dark,
Yes,
gritty.
that's a good parallel, Omar. It is very much like True Detective, except True Detective is awesome. You know what I mean?
True Detective is fucking awesome.
It's everything True Detective is,
awesome.
but not really.
It
has-
wants to be True Detective.
Exactly.
It's not.
Exactly. It's like a shitty version. And True Detective was only good for the first season. After the first season, it was horrible. But the first season of True Detective is one of the best shows I think I've ever seen. Like Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson, they just kill it, man. The story is so dark and like it has all these like fucking philosophical elements to it, and it's just making you think about all the wrong that happens in the world.
Yeah. Very philosophical,
Yeah.
very gritty looking.
Yeah.
Cool. The way it's shot is really cool. The characters are cool as fuck. Just to listen to each of them.
Yeah, they're both interesting and like
Yeah.
pretty smart. Gio, you were gonna say something?
I was saying, like, what about how was old?
Yeah.
Oh, how was
movie.
old?
Speaking of twists. he said.
Yeah, so
Was
all
it
right.
worth it? Was it worth it in the
I'm
theater?
gonna talk to the audience right now.
putting yourself at risk? Was it
Don't-
worth
For the Delta.
All right,
you
with
want the
the-
Delta?
it for the Delta?
With the Delta, Alpha, Gamma, and Beta
Omega.
variants and Omega variants floating around of COVID, I don't recommend risking it to go see this movie old.
Are you joking?
Okay?
Are there that many variants floating around?
No,
Yeah.
just, I didn't know.
I
No,
thought you were just
okay,
naming
for
the
sure.
Greek letters.
There's Delta, there's Gamma,
I thought you were saying like
there's
frats.
Omega,
Delta, Gamma, Beta.
That's why I said
and
Omega. I was like
there's-
Omega frat.
there's Alpha.
Oh, okay.
So there's 4. There might be Beta too, but I'm gonna say there's 4 for sure.
But Delta's the one everyone's scared of.
Yeah, Delta's the one that's infecting everybody and
Delta's
fucking
the new one on the
sending
block.
all the hillbillies to the hospitals.
The big dick Willie.
Causing a ruckus on the block. Just got out.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
So
old with a
old-
homeboy from Naked Brothers band.
Yeah, so the premise
Fucking crazy.
He was a drummer. He was like 6 years old.
The
He's-
premise
he's
of this
in a-
fucking movie
Oh, yeah, go
is
ahead.
ridiculous, man. The premise is that these people, they get on this island, and on this island, you age differently than in like the real world. So you
Yeah.
age, a year is 30 minutes.
For everybody.
Everybody on the island.
Oh,
Okay.
so it's nothing to do with the water. They're all aging at the same pace.
Yeah, just something about like the magnetic field of the fucking island. They did a shitty job of explaining the science behind it. It was like quick,
It's
like
the Bermuda Triangle.
it was like
It's one of those things. It's just like you believe it. This
Yeah.
is like whatever.
Yeah, you have to have a suspended.
Yeah.
If you just listen to them and like watch them just age, like you got to just accept it.
Yeah.
yeah, it was just like such a quick, shitty, like, oh, this is why, like, it fucking, you know, and then it glosses over it, right?
Yeah.
And the concept of the movie is really interesting because of the fact that they have that, like, there's so much shit going on to the characters as they're aging. Like, some of them have different diseases too. Like, this one guy he's a schizophrenic, but it develops later in life. But because he's aging quickly, and like in a few hours, he starts to go crazy on the island.
yeah.
Right?
It's too convenient though. Of course, they had a schizophrenic guy
Well,
on the island.
Well, let me keep explaining.
Out of,
it.
like, the 10 people.
This is going to be a spoiler.
Yeah.
And like one of the ladies on the island has a tumor. Basically, all the people on the island have conditions. They have some kind of medical condition, right? And this island is basically used for testing. So they test the people on this island. They test medicines on them. So this one,
that's why they went to the island in the first place.
No.
yeah, but they don't know it.
Yeah.
They just think
Oh.
it's a free vacation, right?
Okay, yeah, hold on. So how'd they all get here? Did they know each other at all? Like,
No, they're completely random, and they saw this thing like online for like a free vacation to like Hawaii, and they're like, "Fuck yeah, I'll go to Hawaii."
If you got cancer, come to Hawaii.
Yeah. So then they
Oh.
fucking test these experimental drugs on these people on this island to see if it works because they can do drug testing and like basically what would be a day on the outside world would be what 24 times 2. That's almost 50 years.
Oh, so the people that are testing these drugs know about the time.
Yeah, they're observing.
Time speed up.
Yeah, they're observing the people on the island the whole time.
Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of interesting.
So it is an
kinda
interesting
interesting.
concept, but like there's some lines in the movie, particularly the last line of the movie is one of the worst lines Like it's so bad.
I'm old.
Literally. Okay, so they pick up. I'm gonna spoil some shit now. So if you don't want to hear it, skip ahead a minute. Okay.
Imagine.
I'm old.
I'm old. That's the
Fucking
end of the movie.
5-year-old kid is like, I'm old.
I'm fucking old.
Dude, that's hilarious.
One of the last lines in the movies is like, all right, so these two kids, they're the only ones left.
Yeah.
They were like 5, and like his sister was like 13 when they got there, so they were really young. But by the end of it, they're like both like in their 50s and 60s,
Yeah.
and they somehow escape, and like they're being flown in a helicopter back to like normal land. And the last line of the movie, the pilot asks him, he's like, "Were you able to contact your aunt to pick you up from the airport?" And then the guy who used to be a kid, but now he's like fucking 50 years old.
Yeah.
He said, "This is the last line." He said, "How would you feel if a 50-year-old man called you and said he was your 6-year-old nephew?" And that is the worst fucking
I
line.
thought that was so deep and
I know,
so
it
like
was-
thought-provoking.
It was so bad. I was like, I laughed
But
hard
he's
in the
like-
theater.
I don't know his number.
Right?
He's supposed to be 5, isn't he?
Yeah, and he said it like he tried to say like you said like a badass like that's the closing fucking line of the movie.
Is
You
he
know
a
what I mean?
6-year-old
Like
in his
he's like
brain
just staring
still?
blankly while they're talking to him because they don't understand what just happened.
Yeah,
that sort of thing. Oh my.
yeah. They're
God.
kind of like staring out the window. They're like in shock and shit.
Wait, did they look like 50-year-olds? Like
Yes, but
okay,
like
by the end.
apparently their hair and shit and like their nails and shit didn't grow because it's already dead. Like it's already dead cells. So the only thing that grew, right? That's so convenient, dude.
They're doing too many tweaks.
There's too many
They're doing too much
stretches.
to make this easier. For
Too
them.
many stretches.
I get it because you're dealing with time, but it's like, all right,
Yeah.
M. Night.
And listen, it's cool. It's kind of interesting how like they were testing these products on them. But in what world would that even be possible? In what world would people be like, okay, where's the proof that these products are tested? Be like, oh yeah, we got our secret island back there, like where we've got a bunch of people just aging quickly. And how would they
Just
pull
don't
that
look.
off?
Just don't look over the ridge.
How would anybody ever pull that off? How did they escape? How did they escape? How did they get away?
Yeah,
out?
I think they
So
climbed.
apparently,
swam.
I think they climbed or something.
no. So
Oh,
apparently,
I remember.
They had to find a telephone.
apparently, like if they telephone, apparently if they go through like or if they're wrapped in metal, they don't get affected by this shit because it's like in a magnetic field.
Fuck
So
off.
what they find out is there's like a coral reef, and they can swim through the coral reef. So they swim through the coral reef, and then when they swim through the coral reef, they make it out to the other side, and they didn't age,
Wow.
and they stayed like in their 50s instead of aging like
That would
more.
suck dick though. If that was like, I just go back to the normal world after this.
Dude, there's a scene that
Yeah.
made me fucking
And I'm
laugh.
supposed to be mentally 5 years old.
And you can vote now.
Grown
What do you do then?
50-year-old man who's really 5 on the inside.
Yeah, now you've got 2 children with grown-up bodies that just don't know what to do.
That's
with the world.
hilarious.
They're gonna kill people, when
Dude,
They get older.
So in the movie, right, there's a bunch of strangers on the island, right? And as people start to die because of various things, that guy I was telling you about, the one who's 50 at the end, he was like 5 at the beginning.
Yeah.
At one point in the island, he's like 16, right? So he's aging quickly. He's 16 already. There's another girl who was a little girl on the island. She must have been like 3. So she's aging quickly too. So they're both like 16. And like at some point, the adults separated from the kids because there was like shit happening with adults. Like people were getting stabbed and like someone was going crazy. So they're trying to deal with that. And like they had a doctor there. So they're trying to get people fixed up. Whenever they weren't paying attention to the kids, this kid got that girl pregnant.
Yeah.
Right. So then the girl walks out with like a fucking stomach, like with a belly,
A fucking yoke on
a
it.
pregnant belly. And she fucking like legit has a baby.
Yeah.
just like in a matter of like a few minutes.
Yeah. And then they put the baby down for like literally a minute and the baby dies.
Oh my god!
I know.
And the baby dies immediately.
And the
You didn't
baby
feed him.
dies.
It was it was like 3 days. You didn't feed him.
Exactly.
Oh, shit, I didn't even think about it like that. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
no, that's
This
true.
baby's fucking starving.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Oh my god.
So
bro.
but then why didn't any of them? Were they eating the entire time?
no, they weren't.
So no, they had
Oh.
food, but it was not like baby food. It was like adult food. Like they had been given a huge cooler of food by like the tour guide who dropped them off there.
oh, okay.
They had been given a huge cooler of food.
This just sounds like it was probably most of the bulk of the movie was probably just people arguing with each other.
Yeah.
Pretty
Probably just like
pretty much, and like people dying because of like various things. But like I think the movie was made that way because it was made during like the whole COVID thing, where it's like you know
Well,
you
no,
had
I think it would have been that way regardless.
it's like a one setting type of thing where like
Yeah.
everyone's here and they're all figuring it out.
yeah
Instead
like
of,
and
like-
like people were like not close to each other and like I think that's why this or like that's how this movie was thought up like he must have thought of it during quarantine and then wrote it during quarantine.
This sounds like it would have been a way better short film. Like if it was like 20 minutes long.
Yeah, if it was a short film, you know what? I think it would have been better if he didn't try like. All right, so if you watch like a Jordan Peele movie, like it's scary, right? Somewhat, but it's really like comedic. and there's like a lot of fun, like horror, thriller elements.
Yeah.
Like M. Night Shyamalan tried to make this movie like that, like funny and like clever.
He's not funny.
But he's not. He's kind of corny. He's good with like drama though. He's really good with drama. I think if he had made this just dramatic and like horror and like thriller, this would have been really good. Like if he didn't have like a cheesy, he had a lot of cheesy one-liners in the movie.
It was like that much comedy.
But he always does.
It wasn't like as much as like a Jordan Peele movie, but there was definitely like comedy and like moments where you're just like, what the fuck? Like this is not like I don't expect this.
No one would be joking right now.
Exactly. No one would be. People would be freaking the fuck out.
Yeah, people would be freaking the fuck out.
I think he has that thing where like a lot of like y'all seen The Room, right?
Yeah, it's actually pretty. That's him.
No, that's not him.
No,
not the Brie Larson one. The Room, the shitty.
The movie that's called like the worst movie of all
yeah,
time.
yeah, that one. Yeah,
Hi.
yeah, that one.
yeah.
No, I haven't seen The Room, but I saw the
did
one,
not.
the James Franco movie based on The Room.
Well, so
And
basically,
it was actually great.
I was gonna say like he has that thing where like foreigners don't really understand like how to like make American movies or like write American dialogue or something like that. Where they just kind of like they just say weird ass lines and you're just like,
No,
what the fuck was that?
The sense of comedy and things like that is different in other cultures.
Yeah, and
Sometimes
it's
it's a
weird.
little more like in your face. Sometimes it's like way more subtle. You know.
It's just like slapstick humor, people being fucking
Yeah.
slapped across the face with a chicken or
But I
something
don't-
like that. You know what I mean?
Like, that's what M Night likes. I guess.
I don't even know what M Night is. Like, is he American? Is he like Canadian or something?
You know,
I
I
saw
think
a picture of him very recently.
I think he's American Indian,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
not like American Indian like he like I'm talking about like American Indian like American like Indian, the kind of Indian.
He's a brown dude.
Yeah, I don't want to say anything else more offensive. But yeah,
he's just from America.
yeah, he's an American guy, but his culture is Indian.
He's from
as in
India.
The
He was
the
born in
country of
India.
Yeah, he looks straight Indian when you see.
But he went to
picture of him.
NYU.
Yeah, so he's pretty much American at this point.
He's been around the block. He's been around here.
He's
while.
pretty much a white guy.
I think, like you said, I think it's like Jordan Peele because I don't remember too many of his movies being like all that funny.
Oh no,
until,
he's from Pennsylvania. He moved when he was 6 weeks old.
Oh yeah, well, there
He
you
came
go.
to America when he was
so
6
he don't know
weeks
shit
old.
about India.
Yeah, I'll tell you, he's basically a white guy from Pennsylvania,
Yeah.
So he's
bro.
just got a bad sense of humor.
Yeah,
Pretty
he's
much.
just weird.
Unless his parents have.
Where's he
not
from?
really-
He's from Philly.
It was like a small town. It was like Mosh or something like that.
Damn.
It was
Oh,
something
M.
weird.
Night.
Wow, fucking M Night.
Fucking weird.
He's made some good movies though.
Hey, he's made The Village. What else? Is he have?
Sixth Sense.
Split.
What was the
Sixth
last-
Sense?
Sixth
is
Sense
really
came
good.
out in '99.
Sense.
I thought it was an '80s movie my whole life.
It's really good. Unbreakable. Oh, it's fucking fantastic.
Is Glass the one he made prior to Old?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
then
never
what
saw
about prior to
Glass,
that?
but I heard it was bad.
I also heard it was bad.
I thought
He's
he
been
made,
on-
no, it was Glass. It was Glass.
And I'm not gonna lie, he's been on a string of bad ones recently.
Hey,
He made that
His
movie with
work
Will
of art?
Smith.
The Last Airbender.
I heard that's like the worst movie he's ever. People call it
Masterpiece.
one of the worst movies ever made.
Yeah.
The first and last Nickelodeon movie ever.
I saw a clip of the fighting.
First and last.
I saw a clip of the fighting one day. It got recommended. I was watching other movie clips.
Bro.
Let me tell you, it was some of the worst choreography I've ever
It's just
seen.
weird.
It looks so bad.
It's the weirdest movie I've ever seen.
The bending looks terrible. The way that they're, because you know how they move in the
Oh,
show.
yeah.
It's almost like dancing the way that they do it.
Yeah.
But it looks way better in the show. In real life, it looks really stupid.
Apparently, he was supposed to have like a whole like series of movies,
yeah.
and then thank God that didn't happen.
Thank God that didn't happen.
That
Boy.
sounds horrible.
Oh, I feel so bad for the Last Airbender. And then they had like a show on Netflix, and like the creators didn't agree on it.
Oh,
so they,
yeah.
like we're bailing. But then
Oh, they
Netflix
had a
was
show?
Like, yeah, they were in the making of starting a show.
Yeah.
They were gonna start like I think it was just about a different avatar. But then the creators couldn't agree with I guess the heads of Netflix or whatever, so they bailed. But isn't Netflix still going through with it?
With the show, I don't know.
I think they're still going through with it, and I think the
Shame.
creators are also doing their own thing with another company.
Shameful.
Yeah, shameful.
Shame on Netflix.
There's like several spin-offs coming.
I feel like
very
Netflix
soon.
Netflix gives everybody a show.
Oh yeah.
There's so
But it's-
much like there's so much on there. Like if you go on there, there's so many like new like original show, original movie.
I
Like
don't want it, Netflix. I don't want it anymore.
give me something good.
Don't at this point. It's just there's so much being shoved down my throat that I don't want to watch any of it.
But they're making
Yeah.
so
None
much.
of it looks good.
They're making so much shit, and I'm just like, who is watching this? Like,
Exactly.
I have no idea who is watching any of these shows, and they keep getting new seasons.
It's like
And I'm
100 people per show watching it.
Probably like 10, and they're all in the same room.
Because there are times where like I'll scroll through, and I'll scroll through deep. I'm one of those people that will really look at everything, and like I'll read the descriptions, all that shit.
Yeah.
And then I'll go again the next day, and it'll be all kinds of new things. And I'm like, what? Wait, how are they producing so much?
'Cause they
and
just-
so much of it is so bad.
They just keep racking
They're
up debt.
they're just trying to make new shit. But it's like them making new shit is giving them more debt and nobody's watching anything that
They
they
just
made.
keep racking up debt, refinancing it,
stupid.
racking it up.
They're scrambling now that like all these streaming services are popping up, and the other streaming services are starting to do it
Yep.
better.
But their stock price is insane. I think their stock is more than like $540 or something like that. It's
Netflix?
ridiculous. Yeah.
Because listen,
Yeah.
we talk our shit about Netflix, but at the end of the day, it is something,
There's-
especially for
I'm not
somebody
gonna
who's never had it.
I don't even use it. Like I can't tell you the last time I really watched something new on Netflix.
Yeah, I don't use it really that much anymore. I use HBO a lot.
HBO's the best.
That
HBO's
one,
the shit.
Hulu.
Hulu's a second best.
Hulu's the shit.
I watch a lot of shit on YouTube. Just because YouTube has just such a good assortment of shit.
And isn't it crazy that you would not pay for YouTube?
Yeah.
That is, and I watch YouTube the most by
You guys
far.
pay- shows?
No, like I wouldn't
Oh,
pay
just-
for YouTube Premium.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no.
Like with no ads, I would never in my life pay
Yeah,
for that.
skip trial. They keep asking me to fucking do that YouTube
Yeah,
Red
no.
shit.
Fuck
I'm
that
not
shit.
doing
No,
it.
They just want
thanks.
you to pay for it.
Although I won't
Fuck
lie,
that.
being able to turn my screen off while still having the audio playing
Fire.
is kind of cool. That is
Fire.
kind of cool.
Yeah, that'd be
but
cool.
everything aside from that, fuck it. I don't care. I can watch the ads. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I don't watch ads anymore. So if people who don't know who have like iOS, like Apple shit, you can just download an ad blocker, and then all you have to do is you can't use the YouTube app. You just have to use the Safari browser, YouTube,
Yeah.
and you don't have any ads at all.
That actually works.
Yeah, and you can do picture on picture. So like you can have like your YouTube open while you're like scrolling through your other apps.
Ooh. No way.
Yeah, if you download that, I think it's called AdGuard, and it has like a little white. It's like a white and green logo.
I was about to say, is it a little white man?
There's a little white man
Maybe-
telling me
Made-
what I
made by
can
a
and can't
white man?
watch.
He guarded me.
A little, a little
guarded
white man
me?
guarded me.
Unacceptable. Damn, AB just put us on some knowledge because I did not know about that.
Yeah. I just bought an iPad recently, and I was like trying to watch YouTube, and then like I kept like YouTube is so bad with the ads now. Like, say if you're watching a video and then you close it, and literally a second later you open the same
Oh
video,
my
it'll give you an ad,
Oh yeah.
and it'll do the same
yes.
thing. And if you click on another video, another random video, there's an ad. Every single video there's an ad. Even videos that only have like 10 views, there's an ad.
They know.
They assault you with ads.
And they're not paying you anything.
Yep.
And it's all those like the recommended. All of those have ads.
Yeah.
They're recommending it to you because like you're interested in it, but also because it has
Bro,
ads.
I watched a 30-second video and it gave me a 15-second ad.
That's
And I was like, what the fuck is this?
yeah. And I've seen tons of like Vine videos or like some really short clip of like a funny bit, and you get on there like it's a popular video, so there's a lot of views, but the fucking ad is like the same time as the video.
That's some
Man,
bullshit.
That shit
went
makes me sick, man.
I went through the rabbit hole today. I started watching animal attack videos.
Oh
And,
my God.
on YouTube, right? So one of them that I was watching was there was a cheetah walking on like a ledge near like a creek, and it like dipped its head down to get some water,
Mhm.
and like it kept lapping up the water, and it wasn't looking like in the right direction, and all of a sudden a fucking crocodile jumps up, grabs the cheetah by the neck, and then brings the cheetah into the water and like drowns it and eats it.
Wow.
Damn. Every now and then I get videos like that recommended because I watch animal videos. I'll tell you though, man, I don't have a stomach for that. I can't do it. Like especially the ones where like I could do a quick death and then they cut away, but I can't like I saw a video one time of like a snow leopard chasing like it was like a gazelle or some shit. I don't know, somewhere in the mountains, a goat or something like that, and they both fell because it made like a kamikaze leap and jumped for
Yeah.
the goat because it had been chasing it for so long. And I
Jesus
guess it was
Christ.
tired and it was like fuck it. It grabbed it and they both fell down this cliff, and them boys did not. Well, the goat died. The goat died, and actually the fucking leopard walked away with the goat. But that motherfucker, definitely died later on that day. There's no way that
He
thing
just
survived.
ate that fall.
Yeah, there's no way that thing survived. No way. I'm sure
Some
internally.
broken
it was-
legs, and
Yeah.
collarbone. If they even have collarbones, I don't know what they have.
Dude, I've seen so many videos of gators fucking an animal up. So recently I saw a video
God.
of a gator getting caught in a hippo frenzy. And these
Jesus.
these hippos tossed this gator around.
Bro,
Literally
hippos
into
don't
the air.
play, man.
Bro, it was a crowd. It looked like a rave of hippos in the water, and they're all just like they're all going crazy on each other, having a gang fight, and the gator's somehow in there, and all of a sudden you just see it flying around.
Yo,
So
that's
let me ask you
crazy.
guys, worldwide, what do you think out of all the animals worldwide, ocean animals too? What do you think kills the most people?
It's hippos.
It's hippos.
Yeah,
It's
But
hippos.
That's only 'cause I know
Hippos.
though. If I was to
Hippos.
guess, I would say dogs maybe.
Yeah.
If I was
Nah,
to guess,
how's a dog gonna kill you?
global, lots of dogs.
Oh,
kill
globally, I get.
Well, I
I mean,
mean,
not really.
people.
Dogs are.
They're not going for adult
they-
males every
They've
time.
been domesticated for like fucking 30,000
Maybe a
years.
cat.
I think dogs are pretty high up there on animals that kill the most humans. Like you know,
Maybe from like rabies or something.
like kids and shit too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
fucking choose your baby off.
Dude, I've seen videos of that too. The pit bull just like, or like just a regular dog, just there's a baby outside for whatever reason. And the fucking dog just swoops in and attacks it. I don't know. What would y'all say aside from hippos? Like if you were to just guess with no knowledge.
If I was just guess, I would probably say black bears or like mountain lions.
Yeah, I'll say like a lion.
Mountain lion, yeah.
How is a hippo killing people?
So there's a lot of them in Africa and South America. Those are the only two places they live. And
Do they like stomp on people, or they're
just
they
super aggressive.
they
and
like
territorial.
fucking run into them, and they have sharp teeth too, so they can
Oh.
and they're fast. They can run like 30-something miles an hour.
Bro.
Well, those
And
hippos
they'll
are hungry,
chase you guys.
hungry, huh?
And they're really big, so they can like trample you like Omar said.
Dude, I saw. Speaking of this, it's funny that you brought this up. I saw a video of a guy. Have y'all ever heard of Humphrey the Hippo?
Humphrey the
No.
hippo.
Humphrey the Hippo. So it's a guy, a white guy, an American guy. He
Yeah.
moves to Africa for I forget what. I think work. The guy has money.
Yeah.
The guy has like a big area, big house. He befriends this hippo, right? I forgot how. I think it was like an orphaned hippo, and
Friends, this
It was an orphan hippo.
It was an orphaned hippo. I mean, if you
Wait,
see
is this real or is this
it's
a show?
real. I'm dead serious.
He befriends a hippo.
It's
Okay.
legit real. I think it was in the early 2000s.
That
late
hippo
90s.
ain't gonna be able to tell his parents.
So- My parents are gone. So he finds the hippo. They end up finding out that no one ever comes to claim the hippo. The hippo's all by itself. So they're like, the hippo's probably orphaned.
Oh, okay.
So the guy, it's Africa, it's lawless. So
It's Africa. It's lawless.
the guy keeps the hippo. So he's like, all right, I'll keep the fucking hippo. He keeps the hippo. And they develop this really strong relationship. So like they're always with each other. The guy loves the hippo.
A strong relationship with a hippo.
He takes the hippo everywhere. He treats it like a dog. All
So
that
he
shit.
raised it from birth?
He raised it from from adolescence for sure. I don't know how young it was, but like young for sure.
Okay, so he takes it everywhere. It's like a dog.
Yeah, he's got a huge place. He's got a lake. It swims around the lake. Like the locals know who he is. All that shit. So his
The
wife,
hippo?
Yeah, like he's got. I mean, if your neighbor's got a hippo in their backyard, word's gonna get around.
That's
Oh,
true.
wait,
That's true.
and the hippo gets big, of course,
The
right?
hippo, yeah, the hippo gets big. Eventually, the hippo gets big. So he's raising the
my
hippo.
God.
Eventually, it's big. And
Oh my
at that
God.
point, he's kind of getting to the point where like he wants to keep this hippo. He loves it so much, but everyone keeps telling him, like his wife and all this shit.
Yeah.
They're like, bro. And also the statistics that hippos kill a lot of people.
Yeah.
So
Oh
they're
my
like,
gosh.
listen, this thing is too big. There's been a few instances where like once it's like in adulthood, there's been a few instances where it's kind of chased people that have been around the lake. Like there was one point where I think it chased a couple up a tree, and it was waiting there for like 4 hours waiting. for
Oh
them to come
my
down.
God.
Until the guy got home and was like, "Hey, Humphreys, what are you doing?" And the people were like, "Your fucking hippo trying to kill us." So it was waiting for them to kill him. So
I want to see a picture of this Humphrey.
look up Humphrey the hippo. So yeah, everyone keeps telling him like, "You got to get rid of this hippo, man. Like this hippo, this is dangerous. Like one of these days, it's gonna kill somebody, and it's gonna be our fault." So the guy's like, "No. He doesn't want to listen. He breaks a lot of relationships with people. Like
people fucking cut him off.
People cut
Nah,
him-
he's been hanging around the hippo too
not
much.
if you still have that fucking hippo in the lake.
I'm not coming over to your house anymore.
You gotta not come in. He doesn't bite. It's a hippo. It's a fucking 2-ton
It is.
hippo. So eventually, I think you can kind of guess how this ends.
Yeah.
I wish I could remember exactly how it happened, but I think one day they just came home and this boy was just dead.
The hippo ate
The
him.
Damn.
hippo had killed him. They don't eat him. They just crush him.
Just crushed him.
They just kill you. They just crush you up like
Whoa.
fucking twigs.
I
And
have
they had
no
been
signal.
and they had been telling him increasingly, and like he had been getting increasingly aggressive, but it was never towards the guy. But I guess I don't know.
One day,
guess,
probably just snapped.
yeah, one day he just got pissed, and he was like, "Man, you
Damn.
take the hippo's ball away." And he's
I mean,
like,
it's a wild
"Fuck this."
animal, bro. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not a domesticated animal.
No, they don't. They don't get it. They don't get it.
Damn.
That's insane to me. You know, that
Oh my God, they look fucking terrifying.
they're fucking scary looking
Big as
animals.
shit.
So was this a documentary or was this a random YouTube video?
I'm sure they have a documentary about it, but it was like a shortened, like 15-minute YouTube video.
Damn, man. This reminds me, there's something very, very similar. Pretty much almost exactly the same story except for the ending. It's about this guy and a crocodile.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he raises a crocodile since it was a little baby, and he swims with it every day. Every morning.
Oh, he was asking for it.
Every morning and every night he swims with the crocodile. And like
It has a happy ending.
he puts his hand on top of the crocodile's nose and like pets it, and like they swim together. And whenever I saw the YouTube video, the guy was okay.
Huh.
The crocodile, and it was a grown crocodile, like a fucking 14-foot, like a big ass crocodile. Didn't eat him.
14 feet, bro.
They probably went out to the river and made love.
Yeah.
Deep into the
Made
crocodile
sweet,
night.
Sweet love to that
sweet love.
crocodile.
Half hippo, half crocodile, half human.
That'd be a cool looking. I think there's like a fucking like a Batman villain that's based off of like
Killer Croc.
Killer Croc.
And I think Crocodile's the one. No. Killer Croc is Spider-Man.
Nah,
Killer Croc is Batman.
I don't know if he's He could be Batman. I think he's
Is
DC
it?
for sure.
There's
Though.
a crocodile in Spider-Man. Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah,
right?
there's some kind of crocodile in Spider-Man
croc.
too.
Professor
No, you're talking
Croc.
about. You're talking
Croc
about.
Croc.
What's my man?
Crocodile guy.
Rhino. He's a rhino. He's a big ass rhino.
His name's Rhino.
It is Rhino.
Wasn't he in one of the movies?
He was at the very end of the last Amazing Spider-Man. The one with Andrew Garfield.
Got canceled.
He was Paul Giamatti.
It was Paul Giamatti.
It was Paul Giamatti in a big ass suit, and he was a rhino. It's amazing.
Oh my god.
One of the best moments I've ever had in a theater.
It's a damn shame they fucked those.
And they ended that movie with Spider-Man throwing a sewer shield, like a sewer gate at him. He was throwing it at him in the suit.
They thought they was gonna get another one.
Man, they thought that was the shit.
But so what happens at the end? Maybe he just befriends. That's it. Like
Yeah, so
at the end he's still
I,
cool with Crocodile?
I think it was like a Vice video, and like everybody in the village knows like this. It's like in South America somewhere that this guy like loves this crocodile. It's like his child.
Wow.
That's
And
so
like
weird.
he swims
That's
with the
awesome.
crocodile, and like he doesn't let like his wife near the crocodile. Like they have like his own. He has his own special
Yeah, that's
relationship.
how
with
you
this
separate
crocodile.
them. Keep them hoes separated.
Keep your
thing
wife.
kills your
Keep
wife,
your
then.
wife. It's like a side hoe. Keep your wife and your crocodile separate. You know what I mean?
Your side crocodile separate.
Your
That's a
side
side
crocodile.
Damn, that's crazy, man.
That
Yeah,
is weird, bro. Go have a kid or something.
I think
Why
hippos
you
are
go have a
just.
kid?
There's certain animals that are just too aggressive, bro. That you can't do it with. Like
Yeah.
those big time predators, like lions and shit like
How
that.
you look at a hippo and say, "Yeah, that's my friend"?
That's my friend. You know what's weird too about like reptiles and shit? It's like they don't feel those kind of emotions.
No,
They
they're
don't.
cold.
Scientifically, they don't.
They're cold, man. They have reptile brain.
Yeah, all they see you as is like you're the person who gives me food.
You're warm and you have your food.
Yeah, but if you stop giving me food, I'm gonna eat you.
It's like
If I-
people
if
who
I get
try-
hungry enough, you dinner.
yeah, dinner. If
it's
you're
like
looking good enough.
People who try to own those big snakes. You know what I mean?
Those
Like,
people have problems.
yeah.
They have real issues going on with it.
Who in their right mind wants that thing slithering around?
I remember
Being real weird.
a teacher told me a story back in college about this woman. I think it was a friend of hers who always owned snakes, and then eventually she got like a big one. I think it was like a boa. You know, boas aren't venomous; they're just big.
Yeah,
And she got it from when it was a baby, and raised it until like it was big.
big man snake.
And it would like
Full
the
grown.
snake loved her. When it was sick, it would sleep next to her and make sure she was okay.
Ah.
Right? Sleeping with the snake in bed.
Get off of the bed, a snake.
Yep. And apparently one night, like she'd had the snake for years. She woke up and she saw the snake like stretching because they can stretch themselves out and they can
Oh,
stretch their
yeah.
jaws.
It was go time.
She saw the snake. The snake was on the pillow next to her, and it was like stretching its whole body and like jaws out, so you could tell like it was gonna fucking like swallow her.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
So that she had to get rid of it.
I must say you gotta
I
throw that
hope
bitch
so.
at the wall or something.
What, you think that hurts when they do that? You think like you could wake up and you're halfway swallowed, or like you think you know right
You're
away?
most definitely awake the entire time.
Like, do you know? Like, does it hurt?
Wait, was it a boa? And I think it was a python because boas are the ones that go around you and choke you.
Oh yeah.
I think pythons are the ones that eat you.
boa constrictor.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I never
Yeah,
put that together in my head.
yeah, I made a mistake. Yeah, python is the one that can. They all unhinge their jaws, but yeah, the python is the one that swallows you.
Yeah,
but
I don't
dude,
know how that would
you're awake
feel.
the entire time.
That would fucking suck.
Easily.
That's when like you got to use your arms and go get a
you just
knife.
gotta.
Yeah, go get rip out of that shit like Hulk Hogan,
Right.
dude.
I swear to God.
I'm a real American.
Rip your shirt. No, but that's when you realize like
Hogan.
that's when you mermaid over to the kitchen, you get a knife, and you just start cutting the damn snake.
Dude,
Unfortunately,
isn't it funny you mentioned Hulk Hogan? He had a reality TV show, and it was one of the first like big ones on TV.
that dude's a
Hogan's House or some
sicko.
shit?
I don't know if it was Hogan's House or it was
Hogan
like
knows best.
Hulk.
Hogan knows best.
I legitimately don't remember the name of his TV show, but
That man is batshit insane.
yeah, and his family's fucking crazy.
I've heard they're pretty racist too. Is that true?
Oh yeah.
Or is like what do they do? He looks racist, but
He was dropping the N-word. He was dropping the N-word a lot.
a little casual.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hulkamania.
He was dropping the N-word.
Bro, look, if you looked at that man in that fucking blonde ass mustache,
Nah, dude,
that
yeah.
the red bandana, that dude's
You know,
his
he-
whole song is
the-
"I'm a Real American."
Yeah,
I am. Do you guys know what Gawker is?
yeah, he had the whole Gawker
So
thing.
Gawker was a website.
Sucks dick.
Gawker was a website that fucking posted.
Well, speaking of dick,
Yeah, speaking of dick, it's a good segue. Gawker is a website that would post anything, whether it's like TMZ but completely unfiltered
Yeah.
and unverified. Like they don't even know if it's true. They'll fucking post it. Because it wasn't like a news network. It was just like an internet. It was like a website. You could put whatever you want on there,
yeah,
right? And like they would just get it from someone. They'd look at it like, all right, we'll throw it on Gawker. And someone found a sex tape, not that one, a sex tape that Hulk Hogan wanted to shoot, but apparently like this guy who was a friend of Hulk Hogan had an open relationship with his wife, and Hulk Hogan went to their house, and the guy was downstairs, and the wife was upstairs, and Hulk Hogan goes into the bedroom and fucks this guy's wife,
yeah.
right? Which he's more than welcome to do. It's a free country,
Yeah.
right? But what he didn't know was the guy was recording him the whole time. The guy even comes in midway through and asks them, "Are you guys okay?"
Yeah, it was weird.
Which is weird as hell, right?
Yuck.
But hey, to each their own. So he goes in, and the guy goes back out, and then Hulk keeps fucking this guy's wife, and then the guy fucking somehow gets out, but I'm pretty sure the guy probably leaked it. There's how the fuck else does it get out?
Yeah.
Anyways, it gets up on Gawker somehow. Hulk Hogan and his whole team, the guy's a fucking multimillionaire, sue Gawker, and then I think Gawker got shut down.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because of it.
And I bet you that friend also got sued his ass.
Nah, because he never.
don't
I don't think he took credit for it.
I don't think it was ever verified that it was a friend who leaked it.
Yeah.
Even though it probably obviously had to be, but they don't know for
He
sure.
got out of that scot-free?
Probably. Yeah.
I don't know. Not the friend? I don't know.
I'm sure.
And your wife got fucked.
I'm sure he made a little money.
And
Yeah,
that man
and your
looks like melted ice cream.
He
Hulk Hogan
did.
looks terrible.
He looked like tan melted
man.
ice cream.
Fucking your wife getting fucked by Hulk Hogan.
Are you kidding? Yeah, I'm all right, brother. I'm all right.
Yeah, I'm alright, brother.
You're all right in here, Hulkster? That's disgusting.
That's fucking horrible.
I would never let Hulk Hogan ever take his pants off in my house, bro. Hulk Hogan can't use the restroom.
Yeah,
You better go outside and pee, bro. You gotta get out of here.
Oh my
do that, Hulk
God.
Hogan.
It's hilarious.
You okay, Hulkster?
I'm all right, brother. I'm all right. Man, wrestling used to be so fucking cool, dude.
Wrestling was awesome. It was probably one of the main things I watched in terms of like, I don't know if you'd call would you call it a sport? I don't know if you'd call it a sport.
There was a video.
I mean,
of-
they be jumping.
Yeah, I guess it's
They,
a
they
sport.
move around. It's a sport.
But it's definitely entertainment.
But there was a video
Yeah.
of John Cena coming
True.
out, and people were losing their shit. Like people were crying.
Oh,
in the-
he made like a return, right?
yeah, like a couple weeks ago, people were going crazy.
I'll tell you. When he runs up, I saw the clip on Twitter. When he runs up and he jumps into the stage, I was like, "That's a smooth."
I was like, "That's a guy right there. That's a star."
That
He
guy-
was
that guy's
he was
been
one
there
of
a
the
few
best,
times.
man.
Yeah.
He was in terms of like
I just
entertainment.
didn't like him. I just didn't like
You
him.
know, like John Cena. You
I
can't
just
see
wasn't a
me.
fan.
My time is now, dude.
Bland.
I like him. I love Eddie Guerrero. I lie. I cheat. I steal.
I
That
steal.
fucking perpetuated the worst stereotypes for Hispanic people, but I fucking loved him.
My man came in a lowrider.
Bro, he
That
would
was
pull up. He'd pull up in
insane.
a lowrider, fucking just like bitch jumping up and down. And he'd be like, his theme song was "I lie, I cheat, I steal."
Eddie was the shit.
I
His
lie,
brother,
I cheat, I
whack.
steal.
His
Chavo?
brother, Chavo was whack, but
Chavo's-
his song went hard though.
Chavo's all right. Chavo's his cousin.
Crazy. That was fire.
They'd be stealing Vince McMahon's car and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Those shows were crazy, bro. There was one episode where like Stone Cold Steve Austin filled up, I think, Vince McMahon, who's like the head of the fucking
Yeah.
organization. He filled up his car with cement.
What a time.
I mean, real life cement. I'm sure that wasn't his car. You know, he knows it's gonna happen, but it's
Yeah.
it's funny that they really did do that stuff, like just for the joke.
just the outlandish, like crazy shit. Like
I would love to be a writer on that show.
And
it's like a
dude,
soap opera.
They did whatever.
The best bits were when they were outside of the whole stadium.
Yeah.
And they were like they were like at their house and someone
Yeah.
shows up and starts beating their ass.
Yeah, just go to their house and just start beating the shit out of them. Well, obviously not really beating them up, but I mean they kind of would.
No,
They
they would
kinda
hit
would.
him. They would hit him.
They would kind of, yeah, they'd hit him, man.
I'm
But there
sure
was
some of
time-
those jumping ones are bad.
They would be having sex in the ring.
Oh.
They would bring a bed in the ring, bro.
They weren't really fucking.
No, they weren't really fucking.
But yeah,
But
they-
I was like 9. I was like, bro, they're
I didn't-
fucking.
Yeah, I didn't know any better.
Yeah, I have fond memories of like staying up late and watching that shit on like a.
Or they
small
had
TV.
like a bra and panties match. Ooh, man, little me, I was excited. I used to have SmackDown versus Raw, like the little game.
You just be
And they
playing
had
that
bra
bra.
and panties
You'd be
on there.
playing
I'd
that
be in
one
the-
over and
I'd
over.
be in the dark just playing. Take your bra. take your panties off.
rubbing your little dick.
I wouldn't even be doing. I'd just be like,
Oh man.
Man,
take her panties off.
Take advantage.
Nah, that era in wrestling was wild. They was just doing whatever. I remember somebody's mom was in a wheelchair and she got Stone Cold Stunner,
oh my
and it was amazing.
Dude, one of my favorite ones was the fucking RKO.
That
Oh,
was that shit.
shit.
That thing was
Disrespectful.
so popular, even like 10 years after the guy was fucking introduced. Like 10,
Yeah.
20 years. People still do it. People still talk about it.
Or Sweet Chin Music.
Sweet
Ooh,
Chin,
that's a
bro,
bad
Sweet Chin
one.
Music is a good one.
I want to say there was a bit where Randy Orton was about to marry his girlfriend on the
Yes.
the thing, and I think he catches her cheating or something bad, and he ends up stunning her. I mean, he ends up he ends up fucking
There was a lot of violence against women on that show.
Oh, it was a shit
What
ton
the
of
hell's
violence,
going
bro.
There was
Randy Orton thing.
RKO.
RKO, yeah, RKO's
Yeah.
right there. In
Dude,
the
there
center
was
of the ring.
a lot of violence. There was racism. There was
Racism.
sexism.
Stereotypes.
All kinds.
Oh,
There was
big time.
hella stereotypes.
It was terrible. What a
Oh,
but
man.
I was watching that shit as a young kid.
And that guy's a real life billionaire now.
Oh,
I remember
Vince
that was-
McMahon?
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
the first time I
Little
ever
Vincent.
cussed in front of my parents because like they used to have like the little the short guy. He's called like the little bastard or something like
I
that.
don't remember. Oh, the Irish?
Yeah, the Irish kid.
I don't remember his name.
The Irish kid.
The
The Irish
Irish
guy.
kid?
The Irish man.
The Irish man.
He
So
was
do
just
you
short.
guys know who the Undertaker? Obviously, you know who the
Yeah.
Undertaker is, right? He actually went on Joe Rogan and he was like talking, and I was like curious to see, like, I want to know what the fucking Undertaker has to say.
Yeah.
And he was just saying, like, dude, they go through fucking hell, like body wise, like.
Oh, I've heard.
The guy's had so many surgeries and like so much shit has been broken and like
That's why it's a sport, because they
They've
put
had-
their body
Yep.
on the line.
they've
bro.
had hips replaced and all that shit.
I've heard back in the day too, they would just be off them painkillers.
Yeah.
Like, every
Still.
single night off them painkillers.
Still, dude.
They don't regulate it still?
Nah,
Nah,
fuck
they
no.
still, they
Yeah.
still, bro. Remember,
They're still flying around.
They had a scandal where like they were saying wrestlers were on PEDs. I was like, yeah,
Of
and they got in trouble for that.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's the whole point of this.
You didn't think they were? What did you think they were doing?
You thought they were clean?
These
What the fuck is
They were
that?
clean.
You see how they landed? Listen, you can practice all you want. There's no way that's not going to hurt a little bit.
Oh, God.
That's
For sure.
going to fucking hurt. You just
Yeah.
landed on the floor.
Hell no,
Yeah, they're all on PEDs. They're all on
bro.
fucking.
When they would have like a
steroids.
Hell in a Cell, and they were throwing people off the top of the cell,
Insane.
I was like, dude, nah, y'all. Are
I don't
crazy.
care how soft whatever they're landing on is.
Nah, that shit.
If you're being
hurt.
thrown like 10 feet, yeah, it was usually like 10 feet.
nah,
No,
that
dude.
shit was way
it was like,
higher.
It was like 25 maybe.
I
Are
think
you
it was
talking about the
like
black
30.
one?
The
No,
full on
that's
block
the
hell in the
cage.
cell.
The cell was like when there was like a top, and like you could climb.
Yeah.
Through the
You're
top.
talking
Yeah, they
about
had
the
a
one where they
door
have
and
to
shit
get
like
out,
that.
where they have to climb out of the
Yeah.
cage.
Yeah.
Not that one. The Hell in the Cell is the one where they can get out and
Yeah,
then
the
go
cell
up
is
there.
built.
The cell
Damn,
was
they should do that
big as
again.
fuck.
Hell in a Cell. That sounds cool. I want to
Oh
watch
my
one.
god!
Y'all remember Mankind, the guy who had that like bad
Yes.
match? I think he fell off on accident one
Yeah, he
time.
did.
And he got really injured.
Oh my god.
Like just a straight up fall. He just fell straight down.
Dude, you know what makes wrestling? You know what really makes it? The fucking commentators / announcers.
Oh,
He's throwing him off the stage.
Oh my God, JR.
Oh my god.
Oh, what are we seeing with our eyes? And
Two fucking southern gentlemen.
bro, it's such a good product, man. Even though it's fake as hell, it's just a good.
And the
product.
workers are treated like garbage. It's entertaining.
Yeah,
Say
that
That
the
makes it
Even
a
to
true
this day.
sport. Every fucking athlete is treated like garbage.
the fans
Damn
too,
near.
bro. Like I was watching a few like WWE clips
Yeah.
like during like Christmas when I was with my cousins. And like they were OG ones like The Rock and shit like that. Like people when people were really about that shit.
Yeah.
Dude, they would have signs. They would have "Fuck you, The Rock." They would
Yes,
be,
bro.
they would be throwing Stone Cold beers in the ring and shit. And it was loud. It was all loud.
Bro, they were lit, bro. Like it was like I don't know how. I don't even know when this was, but Rey Mysterio was going crazy in like a Royal Rumble. Top moment of my life.
You know he killed somebody?
The
I believe
crazy
it.
Shit.
He
On
killed
accident, yeah.
he killed somebody on accident.
In the ring?
Yeah.
Real
Wow.
life. Real
I
life
think it
kill.
was not a WWE match. I think it was some kind of other match.
Oh, okay.
Like an independent thing.
Yeah, it might have been like a Hispanic one.
Yeah.
Some like Mexican.
But he accidentally
wrestling
killed
thing.
somebody.
You seen the video?
No, there's a video.
That shit's wild.
Jesus.
And it's
How does he
crazy-
kill him?
So
Just by his snaps his neck or something?
he snaps his neck. So like Rey Mysterio's move
God.
is he's like a small guy, so he's very jumpy. He
619.
619 booyaka booyaka Rey Mysterio.
What a great song. What a great song.
So his thing is like he throws them onto the ropes, like they have the ropes around the mat or whatever.
Yeah.
So they have the ropes, and obviously it's planned. So the wrestler's supposed to land in a way that like their neck is kind of on the rope, and they're like waiting there like in a guillotine position, and he runs from
Oh,
behind
yeah.
him, swings on the ropes, and kicks him in the face.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, so that's his move. So he did that, but I think when he pushed the guy actually lost his balance and straight up landed on the rope by like his neck.
Oh.
Like full impact on his neck from the rope,
Jesus
and I
Christ.
think it just snaps.
Oh.
And so he's dead right there, dude. And he goes through with the move because he doesn't know.
Yeah.
So he kicks him,
Whoa.
and then and then they quickly realize,
That he's dead.
yeah, they realize like something's wrong, and they stop,
Fuck.
and they're like, "What the fuck is going on?" So they try to like play it off and like pull him out. And I think, dude, as fucked up as it sounds, I think they pull him out and like fake pin him because they didn't know he was
Oh
dead. They didn't know he was
my-
dead. They probably thought he was unconscious.
There's a lifeless body.
Yeah, I mean,
That's horrible.
The show goes on, so they got to be like,
The show must go on.
We got to pin him quick, so like we can get him out of here quick.
That's
how they
crazy,
thought.
bro.
But like, it just sounds crazy. to think.
Jesus.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, the video's nuts. It doesn't even look like he died, but he died.
I said they probably didn't even know.
Yeah, they didn't even know. It didn't look that bad at all, to be honest. It looks like he slips, but it didn't look like very obvious, like some gruesome neck snapping shit.
Oh,
Not at
man,
all.
That sucks ass.
Yeah, them boys are off them. I don't know, dude.
No, they're off something.
They have to be on painkillers to
They
be able
have
to
to
go
be.
through that day in and day out to get your body destroyed like that.
Dude, yeah.
And then they all like look big as hell all day,
oh yeah.
and they're just traveling around rehearsing how they're gonna beat somebody up. It's a lot of work.
Bunch of swole dudes beating each other up.
Bro.
How crazy is that?
It's fucking crazy.
Oh, they used to have a guy named Rikishi. He was
Oh my god,
Bro,
a big
he
old
would-
Hawaiian-looking dude.
Oh man, his special move was he would get you up against the corner of like the ropes, and then he would spread his butt cheeks and put your face in between his ass, and then he'd
Just
like
shake it.
he just fucking like twerk all over your face,
And you know in
Crazy.
real
up
life
and
he's
down.
sweaty.
Oh,
Oh,
up
yes.
and down, just back and forth and back and forth.
How do you look a man in his face after he does that to you?
do
How do you look at him?
And yeah, when we tell you up and around, like all that, like in there, I'm talking about
Yeah.
in there for like 10 seconds.
Yeah, there's no
deep in
there's no
there.
faking it.
Like
Yeah.
you looking for some.
And he would
pennies
do
in
it to
the
women
couch.
too.
Yeah, he
There's no
would.
discrimination. He would do it to women and
I
men.
didn't even know he did that to women. I know he did it to guys.
Imagine they propose that to you. Imagine they're like tonight. Listen, bro, Rikishi has to like. No, I don't.
It's a
wanna-
part. It's a part of the storyline, bro.
Yeah.
Rikishi has to do it. He has to win.
Maybe another grown ass man fucking shoving his dirty, smelly, hairy ass in your face. I bet he kept it shaved though,
Still though.
and like he probably got it bleached and shit. His asshole bleached.
he nares it. And
Look, I gotta put it in somebody's face today. So
Yeah.
can you just get down there and take
a
care of
bunch
it?
of cologne on it and shit.
Oh,
Oh.
fucking gross. Ass cologne.
Yeah, ass cologne.
But I mean, he would never
No,
do it.
good cologne,
He
so
wouldn't
that's
do it
what it
right
is.
at the beginning. Like there'd be like some talking and like some fighting before he would do it.
Oh yeah.
So you know there's gonna be some sweat in those
Maybe some-
buns.
and there's a lot of light. There's a lot of people.
Oh.
Like those places have got to be really like muggy. in
Yeah.
there. It's got to be.
A bunch of
Just
people yelling
smoking
racial
shit.
slurs and
Oh.
fucking
Oh, yeah.
throwing beers and shit.
Fucking Hawaiian.
What a crazy fucking
That's
show.
a fucking dirty ass place. And I remember like he would do that move in the video game, and like my little character would be fucked up afterwards. I was like, what's the damage that he's doing to me?
You'd be dazed. And
They were
shit.
just like,
I don't know what to. Someone carries him out on a stretcher.
I mean, yeah, I would legitimately be dazed if someone. That's
I would have
right.
like a concussion or something.
I would too. 5 seconds of an ass in my face, and then all of a sudden it's off of me. I don't. All these lights in my. I don't know what to do. Where am I anymore?
You were saying, Omar?
Stole my soul with that booty.
Oh my god!
Speaking of sports, the Olympics, dude. It's been a
Oh,
crazy
man.
Olympics.
I have not been watching it at all.
The Olympic basketball team has not been doing so
Oh, they've
hot.
been shit.
Yeah, we've lost a lot of games.
This
We
is the
only-
first time I've never watched like anything. Like I haven't watched a single event.
I've been just watching clips. I haven't been watching the events either.
I
know,
said I was
man.
gonna watch the skateboarding one, but I was like, nah, don't care.
Women's
It's cool they
skateboard?
do. It's cool they do a skateboarding one.
It is.
I just don't get it. I don't like it.
I mean,
I don't like them doing like Olympic skate. I mean, it's cool for the culture, but it's like,
it's kind of tough to judge.
yeah, I
How
was
many
like,
different
who's
tricks can
judging
you
it?
do? You know, and it's the same like, same layout and shit.
Yeah, it's just weird.
And some 12-year-olds won. How good can they be?
Yeah, some Brazilians won. A Brazilian
Brazilian
girl,
a 12 and a
12-year-old.
13-year-old were second and first place.
and they were like,
Man, I'll
Chinese.
fucking grab that skateboard and steal that money.
no, I might be racist.
Snatch
yeah.
that gold
No, they're
fucking-
Japanese. They're Japanese.
that gold medal.
Japanese?
Right?
Believe they're
They're
Japanese.
Japanese?
I'm trying to remember the color of their jacket. I think it was white and red. But I think they were it was 2 Japanese women and a Brazilian woman.
Last time I checked, we're neck and neck with China. We have 41 medals. They have 40. apparently.
Which is
Oh,
cheating
wow.
because I'm saying we're on over there. If we was over here,
Oh,
it'd
they
be a
got
little
home,
different.
home team advantage. Yeah.
Not really home team, but they close.
Low key.
they're
I mean,
closer. Yeah,
They probably
They
have
around
much
the
more
corner.
family members there. Like,
Yeah, there's-
are able to make that trip.
yeah. Their people aren't like jet lagged and shit. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah. How do you guys feel about the Simone Biles thing? Everyone was real
So,
pissed at her for doing that.
Explain what happened.
Simone Biles is I guess banging ass gymnastics.
Man, you know who Simone
something.
Biles is.
Yeah, I know.
Y'all know who Simone
yeah,
Biles
y'all know.
is.
Y'all
I
have
don't-
heard about it by now. But
I don't know who she is, but I've heard about
She
this.
does gymnastics. I don't know what
Yeah.
types, but I guess like free gymnastics.
She's cold.
Yeah, she's very cold. Like she's won us some golds before. She's like very known for being absolute fire.
Yeah.
So I think they had told her that she couldn't use some like stress relieving medication that she's been using to sleep, like some melatonin type of thing. They told her she couldn't do that. So I guess she was feeling a little anxious, and I don't think she performed the best like in her first little round. So she was like, "Listen, like I'm not feeling good about this. I'm having like a mental health issue. Like I want to check out. I don't want to be in the Olympics."
Yeah.
And the Americans were like, "Well, wait a minute, Simone, you owe it to us. What if LeBron was like, I'm not going to play today because I don't feel good?" I'm like, she owes you what? Why do y'all care so much?
Yeah, it's her life.
I know you ain't never watched gymnastics in your fucking life.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's like, bro, I don't fucking
You
care.
are a shame to this country,
Dude, because I follow basketball accounts, and like they'll post up other sport things, especially when there's things like the Olympics going on. The comments were
I can't go in the
flood.
comment section, bro.
It made me sad, bro. Like sometimes I'd be going to those comments, and this shit makes me sad that like that many people think that, and they'll have like thousands of likes. I'm like,
Anytime there's like a
how?
WNBA post, I'd like I don't want to go there, but I go there because I'm like,
every time you go in there, it's just like. Usually, the top comments are like, "Get back in the kitchen."
Exactly. Or it'd be like, "Who cares?"
That's not the kitchen.
Yeah. Dude, honestly, it's all stuff like that. There's maybe a
Put
few
it in the wrong basket.
Maybe a few of the top comments on there are like, "Oh yeah, you go girls" or something like that.
And
but
that's
like,
only because they're verified celebrities.
exactly.
Yeah.
But like 90% of them is all just people shitting on them. And the funny part is like, they get the comments, those mean comments. It's not like a troll. Like they get so many likes, it's ridiculous. They get like 20, 30,000 people.
Oh
like
my God. It's fucking it's a goddamn shame. But
No, I think
those
she
make
has-
me feel a little worse than like this type of shit. Because this type of shit is like everyone's like that. That's almost like a group joke.
Yeah, that's like a joke.
It's hilarious.
It's like an inside
Yeah,
joke.
it's
You know,
like
you know what it is.
you know what's gonna happen anyway.
Sorry, WNBA.
Yeah.
You'll get there. But
No, they won't.
But this was just like straight like just people being evil, just people
Yeah.
being mean and like for no reason. You know?
She has like ADHD, so it's like, bro, just relax. Like,
Just
get off her back.
Yeah.
Let her if she want to take a break. Let her take a break.
And her fine ass friend, the fucking
Her
whatever.
fine-ass
her
friend.
fine-ass
Yeah,
friend.
whatever Asian Sunny something.
Yeah,
was
I know
the
you're
one who
talking
won
about.
gold. It was her on the same team. It was USA, and she is hot.
It's a little white girl, right?
No, it's an Asian chick.
Oh, never mind.
It's an Asian chick.
There's some white
She's
chick.
good looking.
She's pretty fine.
Yeah, but so everyone was like, "What the fuck? Like, we're gonna lose it now because of her. We still want gold." But at the end,
That's
of
what
the
I'm
day,
saying. It's like, bro, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it's like, why would you? I don't know why y'all saying.
We're
things
still
like
the
that.
best team.
Isn't it crazy this Olympic shit has been around for so fucking long,
It is.
and that we still continue to do it?
What's? Do you guys know anything about it? What's the silliest sport in the Olympics, like that you know of?
The silliest one?
The silliest.
You know,
the
like-
fast walking.
No way.
Yes.
You tell
Is
me
that
to get
really
up there-
one?
you
That's
tell
a
me,
real
like-
thing.
like this.
Yeah, that one. Where they're like,
Like Hal and
and
Malcolm.
somebody passed out. I think somebody passed out.
they're
They're
walking too damn fast.
Bro, they're walking fast as fuck for a long time, and somebody legit like passed out.
How long? Like more than 20 minutes?
Bro,
10
it's a
minutes?
minute. It's like a couple miles.
Oh,
Not a couple miles, actually. No. It's maybe like 2 or 3 miles.
Even 2 or 3 miles. That's.
But
a
they're
long
walking them
walk.
hoes fast, and they're not breaking stride.
I
And
wonder
they
how
just sticking them hips.
I wonder how
in there.
fast they can get a mile down. They could probably get a mile down in a hot like 10
Walking-
minutes apiece.
Walking
Yeah.
fast,
Yeah.
probably like 10, 15 minutes.
Jesus
They are
Christ.
going, bro. They're walking.
Fucking machines.
They're walking fast.
He's
bro.
he's a lean, mean walking machine.
And this one girl, she was like in the front. She was going crazy. Like she was doing really good. And she was just swaying them hips and shit. And then like she starts falling back and she gets to like the middle of the pack. And then like all of a sudden she just says, "Whoa," and she just falls over. She just collapsed.
She gave it her all.
Man, she gave it all.
Imagine,
The hips got tired out.
imagine you or the person competing in this particular sport for China,
Mhm.
and you lose and you collapse,
Mm.
and they kill your family because you lost.
Oh my god.
You get home and you have no family.
Your family, they're all hung. They're all hung inside of your house.
Oh my
Let
god.
this be a lesson next.
Yeah.
the
Your,
next
li-
one.
your little brother, your grandma, mom, dad, everybody's hung.
I never understood what like you think I'm gonna do better now?
Yeah.
Could you do that?
Yeah.
Like that's
Come
my
back.
motivation.
All right, you learned your lesson. You lost. Come back next year.
Get to training. Get to
Yeah,
training.
get back to
Exactly.
training.
Like what the fuck is that?
We're not gonna be so easy next time.
Oh
That's
man.
fucking. That's some crazy shit, dude.
Next time we're gonna take it easy.
I saw on one of those. It was one of those like Danger Dolan type of like, this is what happened and blah blah blah. Like one of those type of YouTube videos where they
Yeah.
explain like a scary or like a murder or something like that.
Mhm.
They were talking about this one dude who went to North Korea. I think it was in the very early 2000s. So this guy goes to North Korea just like as a trip. I don't know how he ends up there. I don't know
I was
how.
like, how the fuck did he get in there?
I don't know how he's able to pull it off. I mean, they let people in, but like it's a whole process.
I think it was less hostile in the 2000s.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
And they would invite. They would have like tourist things, all that shit. So
Oh, look
the
at North
guy.
Korea.
But you're supposed to stay in like their designated tourist areas.
Yeah.
So the guy strays away from that, and I guess back in the day the surveillance wasn't as good, so they didn't know until like later. But they caught him. So
Okay.
he goes into like some abandoned building, which I don't know how the fuck.
Is he?
They're-
He's American.
He's an American guy, white guy, like as white as can be. Tall white guy with blonde hair, like
Oh, that's white as hell.
blonde swooped over type of hair.
Blonde swooped over here.
Yeah, so he's he steals like this banner that says like "Be patriotic like Kim Jong Un." It's like on the wall in some building.
Yeah.
And he steals the banner, and they have him on camera taking it.
Oh man.
So they arrest his ass. His ass. The
Jesus.
guy's crying in court. The guy's like, "Oh, please, like Kim Jong Un, I'm so sorry. Like I shouldn't have done this. It's the worst mistake of my life." This guy's sobbing in front of all these in front of all these straight-faced North Koreans. So he's sobbing in front of these guys. He says something along the lines of like, I can't believe I let America convince me to do something like this, something like that. Which, of course, they made him say. He didn't do that for America.
Yeah.
What,
Yeah.
America told you to steal a sign?
Yeah.
So, of course, like, they told him to say that. and a fucked up thing, they still end up sending him to jail, right? They put him in for 15 years.
Jesus.
But he only gets 2. So he gets 2, they release him. No, this story has a bad ending.
Oh.
So they release him after 2 years. When they send him over, the guy's fucking unconscious. They send him back over to us unconscious. They're like carrying him out of the plane and shit. Like there's pictures of it. So they take him to the hospital and they're trying to figure out what the hell's going on. They're thinking like there's a lack of oxygen to his brain, or there was. Like he's unconscious for whatever. I don't know the medical shit.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy ends up passing away like later on that day or the next day.
Whoa.
So they sent basically a dead guy back to us.
That's fucking
So they like
crazy.
poison him or something?
They probably think that they strangled him. They thought like it was some sort of like lack of oxygen. So maybe they strangled him or like
So they basically sent him back dead.
they basically sent him back dead. He was already
fucking
unconscious
hell.
when we got him.
Horrifying. I think after that they said that they don't recommend any Americans ever go back to North Korea.
I don't know why somebody would want to go.
I don't either.
know, right?
Like after all this shit, I'm just like, bro, they only let in Scottie Pippen. I don't want to be
Dennis
the next
Rodman,
guy.
that's the only
You mean
guy.
that
Dennis
Dennis
Rodman
Rodman?
didn't
No,
go.
Scottie Pippen didn't go.
Yeah, Scottie Pippen mad normal.
Scottie Pippen.
Dennis Rod.
I heard was it Waka Flocka or was someone? I heard Waka Flocka fucked Scottie Pippen's wife.
Future.
Future while they were
Future
together,
Did. Future did. Yeah.
That's a shame.
which
man.
caused them to break up.
I feel bad
That's a
for
damn
Scottie
shame.
Pippen. Did she do it like twice?
They got divorced.
And then like isn't he still trying to get with her or something?
I think he still is doing it or in the act of doing it.
poor guy.
Oh,
Poor guy.
You think Future's still hitting it?
He could be.
He's probably
Future.
hitting like 50 different women.
Exactly.
Future's got like 12 kids, no?
He's got a lot of kids.
Though. Yeah.
That's a whole football team right there.
Imagine
Yeah.
like your Future's kid, but you don't know him.
That's
You don't know Future, but you
There-
know that you're his kid.
Jay-Z had talked about it in a song. He said something about like
Imagine my future if my kid is playing football with somebody
something like that, basically. But he was saying that like
somebody playing football with my son or something like that.
yeah, like one of Future's kids, like because obviously Future's banging a lot of fine women, right?
Yeah, Sierra.
And-
was a buddy.
Sierra, right?
Yeah, Sierra.
So Sierra, he has a kid with her. Apparently, like she started dating like a football player,
yeah.
and that kid like tosses the football around with that guy, and it's like that he probably thinks that's his dad.
That guy is the
Yeah.
Russell Wilson is the nicest guy in the world.
Yeah, and I would probably want him to think he's that kid. That,
I want him to be my dad.
rather than Future. You know?
He's a nice fucking
He
guy.
looks like a nice guy, yeah. He looks like a really nice guy.
The nicest guy in the world. Of course, he would play football with somebody else's kid.
That's fucked.
What a sweet guy.
And the crazy thing is Future didn't even mention it. He
don't care.
He couldn't
he,
care
doesn't give,
less.
he doesn't give a fuck.
He couldn't care less.
He got 30 other kids to worry about.
He's like, I won. This guy's raising my son.
I think he did
for
say
me.
something like that.
I won.
This guy's raising my son
Oh, that's
for me.
hilarious.
For me.
And it's known.
I don't
It's
got to
known
feed
that's
that
my kid.
motherfucker nothing.
Oh my god.
I think he had like it was like the kid's birthday, right? And he bought the kid like a watch, like a fancy ass watch. And then like, so he took a picture with like him and the kid, and then the kid went back to Ciara and Russell Wilson, and he was like in his little suit. And he didn't even wear that watch. He had a whole nother watch on.
Oh damn.
It was crazy.
Future gave him a watch or Russell Wilson gave him?
Future gave him a watch.
He wasn't wearing the watch? Damn, he don't know that. He don't know that.
He
guy.
doesn't
He
know
don't
who
like
that guy
that
is.
guy.
He's just.
I
He's like, I want to go back to my mama house.
I don't even like this color.
I want to go back to my mom's house. I don't know who this guy is.
Future gave him like a colorful ass fucking decked out watch. He's like, what? This is way too heavy.
Imagine you have like 40 other siblings you just don't know
That's
don't know.
fucking
from
crazy,
different
bro.
mothers.
And you all know that your father's like a very well known rapper.
That's just wild, bro.
Crazy. You know you got a bunch of siblings.
I know somebody that has like their dad is like an NBA player, and like they have like mad brothers and sisters that they don't know. It's crazy.
Wow.
So
It's
do
a
they?
wild
They
life.
just do they just fuck it and say that they just pay the child support?
He ain't, the one I know, he ain't paying that shit.
Oh really?
He broke.
They could take him to jail for that shit.
They gotta find him.
Yeah, they got to find him.
If you got the money though, I think you do. Like Future's
Yeah,
probably
you
paying
have
child support
to.
to all those people, right?
Well, I don't even. Yeah, Future's paying.
How do they do that though? Because it's a percentage of your income, but do they split that between all your kids? They can't keep doubling up on.
It's per each kid.
Oh,
That can't be.
fuck.
It has to be.
It's like all your money.
Oh yeah, there you go. You,
Like all your
should,
money.
you shouldn't be going around pumping your
Yeah.
kids into every fucking woman
Like
you
fucking
see.
settle down, dude.
Yeah, or wear a condom or something. I
So
don't
you
know.
tell me if I have one kid and I have 50 kids, I gotta pay each of their moms the same thing?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a percentage of your income.
I think he just doesn't claim them.
Yeah, but what you could also do, I bet you what he probably does is he has it to where he technically makes like zero income on paper.
I don't think. Nah.
Yeah, I mean,
You
yeah.
can't pull that off.
Yeah, you
Oh,
can't
not,
pull that
not-
off.
Not him, but he probably has like some fucking good accountants who do that shit for him.
Nah, there ain't no fucking way.
So
he
maybe
can
not zero,
lowball it,
not
but-
zero, but like he probably makes it to where his income is very low. Like maybe like a couple million a year instead of what it really is.
Or
That way he
maybe-
doesn't get destroyed in taxes.
Maybe like with some of the women, he goes out of his way to like, maybe he like pays him just like on his own instead of letting them take him to courts, like the courts.
Yeah.
Because when the courts make you pay him out, it's way more.
Yeah.
Than what a normal person would ask for. You know what I mean?
imagine that he gives them like one good gift a year, and then that's it.
You get a car this year.
You get a car, baby.
Yeah, it's
you
like-
might get out. You get this house for 2 years, and after that, bitch, you on your own.
Yeah, because that can't be affordable.
Nah,
How would he
it
be
can't
able to do that? I can't.
You would be broke.
Blake Griffin was ordered to pay like $2,500, like it was like $250,000 a month or some
Oh
crazy
my-
shit like that.
That's
Like
too
for child
much,
support.
man.
Fucking imagine.
I would imagine Future has more money than Blake Griffin.
Nah.
That's
Nah.
actually,
Blake
yeah.
Griffin has more money.
He's been in the league a while. He's been getting
Yeah.
paid. Yeah. No. Yeah, you're right. But
Yeah, he's
still,
the
I'd
money.
imagine he has to pay out a lot of money. And
Yeah.
maybe like he makes it in a way that like nobody knows that that's his kid for sure.
I think that's what it is.
So he's like, let's just keep it that way. We
'Cause
don't need
most
to do
of the
this
times
test.
it's like rumors that it's
Yeah.
like Future's the daddy.
Because I
It's
would
like, nobody
imagine like
knows.
to do a real paternity test, you would have to take him to court if they don't want to do it.
You gotta find
Yeah.
Future.
How do you get his DNA?
You can't find Future, bro.
Where
He's evading
His
you.
future, and I think that's a good note to end on.
Where is Future?
Evading child support. That's where he is.
And
Singing
evading-
songs sometimes.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Bye,
Wearing
guys.
glasses.
Bye, guys.
Bye.